Hi everybody, Karen here. Welcome to this week's Office Hours with Dr. K. I'm having all kinds of technical things going on. IG Live apparently doesn't like me anymore, so I'm going to record in my wonderful little group in Facebook, Piano Oiler, for people who are in my oily world, and I always share around to the different platforms anyway. So I love my little group. I built it from the ground up. It's one of the first things I did when I started my doTERRA business, and I have a special place in my heart for my little Piano Oiler Facebook group. Okay, so today's topic is manage your mood with May's deals. So always the first office hour and the first blog post of every month is about the new deals. And so we have some goodies to talk about. So let's start with, I got my blog post up. If you don't know by now, I have a blog on theessentialmusician.ca. I just did a big update to my website. I did it myself. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm a little bit proud of myself because I don't know what I'm doing. So I think it looks a lot nicer. Every Wednesday I pop a new blog up there, and sometimes it's about work-life balance and productivity, and sometimes it's about oils, and sometimes it's about a mix of things. And then every Thursday I pop on somewhere live and talk about the things. So if you want to go have a look, it's theessentialmusician.ca. If you're on Instagram, there's a link in my bio. So okay, I want to give a little speech. I'm looking over here so I don't forget. I want to give a little speech about when you have an oil that you think you don't like. So sometimes we have this happen. I love it when people say, oh, oils, they're just pretty smells. Actually, they're not. Some of them smell pretty gross. But those of us who use oils for all the things, we don't use them necessarily because we like the smell. Some of them we do. But sometimes we use them because they have really amazing supportive things that they do that our bodies really appreciate having. How can I put that? Can I put that I guess we can put that way. Geranium is one of those ones. So geranium is 15% off, which is why I'm talking about it right now. So 15% off this month, and it's anybody can get it at 15% off. You don't have to be a wholesale customer. You can just buy it. It's not my favorite. It's a very strong one. To me, it smells like lots of roses, really concentrated with a little bit of citrus in there. Like, it's not a bad smell. It's just really strong. And it has advantages though, because it's strong. Actually, if you're someone who uses wool dryer balls in your dryer and you put oils on your balls, you may find that you just don't really smell it. But geranium you can, because it's a really strong, it's a lovely aroma, you guys. It's intense. I grew up in a scent-free home. Many of you know that. So I tend to gravitate towards the oils that either smell exactly like something edible that you would normally smell in your kitchen anyway, or I want to say the quieter smells, but you know what I mean, like a little more mellow. Geranium is intense. Why do you want to use geranium? Now, lots of people love it, so don't get me wrong. This is my personal thing. Oh, I got off track. Why you want to keep oils around that you may not necessarily like. Sometimes you get one and you're like, ugh, I really don't like this. Actually, let me show you one that's in that category. I'm going to digress for a second. This little sweetheart here, In Tune. See how it's almost empty? This one I didn't like for a long time. It's great for focus. Now, guess what I'm using all the time? This is the one I use all the time now for focus. I hated it for a long time. Now it's like my favorite. You never know, things change. Okay, geranium. Why you want to use geranium, regardless of what you think of the smell, geranium is stellar for skin and hair. So especially if you have oily skin, it's really great for that. If you use the doTERRA skincare products, are great skincare, you'll find geranium in almost every product. And if you want a little extra boost, especially for some balancing properties for that oily skin, you can just put your moisturizer in your hand, put a little drop in your hand, and you can just add it. Like many of our oils, most of our oils really do something positive for your mood. It is also, as you're using your oil and your geranium and your moisturizer, you can also help to ground and balance your mood. So if you feel like you need a little bit of calming down, you're a little overstressed and, sort of just over excited or whatever, and you just need to calm down, geranium is also really good for that. So you can manage your oily skin and your mood at the same time. And another thing that geranium does, which is pretty cool, one of its active chemical constituents is citronellol. You know what that does, so it helps repel bugs. So we're going to talk about a great diffuser in a few minutes. You can use geranium outside or on you, or put it in your moisturizer, help you balance your oily skin, manage your mood, and keep the bugs away. This is why you want geranium. It's 15% off. Also, like I said, if you have an oil that you're like, I don't know, this is a good way. The sales are a really good way to expand your stash. I read somewhere that most people only use, like, if they have a lot of oils, they only use like 10. And you know, you get your favorites, right? So if you, I made myself a deal when I first started in doTERRA that I would get, every month I would get the thing that's on sale if I didn't already have it. And I've grown my stash little bit by little bit every time there's a sale. If there's something I don't have, then that's when I get it. And you know, you might end up finding a solution to something that you weren't looking for. Oils work differently on everyone. So if I say that for me, geranium calms me down, it does really help me just kind of decompress a little bit. It may do that for me. It may work differently on you. If you're using an oil to do something and it doesn't do the thing you're hoping it will do, it's just like perfumes smell different on everybody. We're all different. So if it doesn't work a certain way on you, it's not because it doesn't work. It's because you're different. We're all different. So yeah. Geranium, I would highly recommend that you get it. Give it a try. Put it on your dryer balls. Help manage your mood. Use it outside against bugs. Manage your oily skin. Manage your mood. It's 15% off. Just give it a try. Give it a try because it's pretty great. Oh, you can put it in your hair too. It's to help do good things for your hair. When I do my, what do you call it, dry shampoo, I use equal parts arrowroot powder and cocoa powder, and then I add a couple of drops of geranium, a couple drops of rosemary, and peppermint. It smells really good. Just don't get it wet if you have the cocoa powder version if you have dark hair, because then when you get it wet, you smell like hot chocolate. Not in a good way. Okay, let's talk about the free product of the month. This month, the free product of the month is clementine. Now, if you've been following me at all, you'll know that every time I talk about citruses, I talk about two things. Citruses lift the mood. So if you're feeling sort of down in the dumps or dreary, or if it's dark or whatever, citruses lift your mood, and they help with focus. So we love focus. Now this is the size, the 5 ml size that comes in the promo. What is the promo? Let me tell you what the promo is. If you are a wholesale customer and you're on the monthly loyalty rewards program, which is optional, free to join, and you can quit every time, anytime. If you place a 125 point order, it's about 125 US. Then you get a free something every month. And this month, that free something is a 5 ml clementine. I happen to have the 15 ml here that's open from something else. And ooh, it's just, it smells like clementines. You know what? You know what's in here? Clementines. Because in doTERRA, that's all that's in there. That's what it says. There's no other stuff hiding in there. In my blog, I linked to a really interesting doTERRA blog post. If you do a search for doTERRA Discover Solutions and then whatever oil you're looking for, they have this great series with all this great education. And usually when I'm adding links to doTERRA blogs in my posts, that's what it is. It's the Discover Solutions series. It's great. And there's some really great info on what is a clementine. I didn't know that it was a cross between a mandarin and an orange. I didn't know that, and there's all kinds of other interesting tidbits about clementine and why it's called that. But clementine, you can use it interchangeably with any of the, like what I call the orange citruses: tangerine, wild orange, clementine, and kumquat. Is that an orange citrus? I don't know, but this smells kind of similar. We have other mandarins too, red and yellow and green, but it's a nice change. Put it in your water. Oh, so good. 1 drop in glass or metal container or porcelain only, not plastic. What else can you use it for? You put a drop in your water. Also, when you put a drop in your water, it does a couple of things. It helps do, I don't know what it does, internal cleansing. That's what they say. I don't know. It tastes good, makes you drink more water because it just tastes good. And it helps, you also get the mood lifting benefits. As you're drinking the water, you're also smelling the oil. It's really great. Now you may see when you're doing your poking around that you can use citrus oils to help manage your skin, which you can do. Just be really careful because citrus oils are photosensitive and they can't, which means if you put them on your skin and then you go out in the sun, you could magnify the effects of UV. So if you like wearing your oils, I do, look having them all up in here, my citruses. Let me show you. Just put a drop, boop, or 2. Oh, big smell. And then I like put it all up in here. Now, it's evening and I'm not going out in the sun till tomorrow if there is sun. So I'm safe. Or you could put it under clothes, like in the summer, you could just put it like under your shirt collar or whatever, if you're gonna go out in the sun. So it also has great surface cleansing properties. So if you have DIY cleaners that you use it all, we use them all the time, then you can add some of this and it will boost the cleansing properties and it'll just make it smell good. Okay, now let's talk about Mother's Day. So there's a Mother's Day promo, a Mother's Day bundle of things that we already have, and then it's discounted. So it starts with this great little Rome diffuser, which I have right here. And I'm going to show you a little something with this in a minute. So I did link, I think I linked in my blog to a demonstration. Yeah, there's a link in my blog to a demo. But I'm going to show you, look, it's not plugged in. And, oh, that's just the light. I lied. Just kidding. Okay, is it going to come out now? There. Can you see that? Isn't that nice? I'm not going to leave it on too much because I have my dog back here. Let me talk about that. Why am I not leaving it on? Because my dog's here. Not because my dog is here, but because I have the door closed and my dog is here. If you have pets, make sure that your pets can leave the room freely if you're running the diffuser in case they don't like it. She's around stuff all the time, but this is a small room and the door is closed. I don't want the diffuser running in here. I want her to be able to leave. So that's the Rome diffuser, and you saw that I can just like pick it up, move it around. It has a coil base, you know, like those tea kettles that have like the base that's fixed, and then you lift the kettle part off, and it's kind of like that, only the base is a charger. And then you can run it, I believe it's 8 hours straight on a chart. It probably doesn't go quite that long, but it's pretty great. Also, I don't want to spill on my computer by accident. So the top just lifts off, and I dropped this. And it's a little bit wet inside, condensation. I dropped this, you can't see, but it's made out of like reclaimed stone or something, and it broke. But the diffuser still runs, and so my wonderful husband just glued it back together, and it's fine. Totally works. There you go. Drop it in, it still works. Okay. So that's the Rome diffuser, which is great. And then if you like to do stuff outside in the patio in the summer and there's mosquitoes, grab your geranium, put a couple drops of geranium in your diffuser, go out, no bugs. Well, I've never tried it with geranium, but you can use TerraShield as our bug repellent combo. You can put that in there too. It smells like chocolate. Gets rid of bugs. It's great. Now, you get your Rome diffuser, and you also get 3 oils. So we have Balance, Serenity, and Wild Orange. This is all with the combo. I believe, here I have it open on my browser here. Canadian, if you're a wholesale customer, it's $111 for the Great Diffuser and the 3 15ml full-size oils. If you are not a wholesale customer, you can get it for the retail price of $148 Canadian. If you're in the US, then it's lower because US dollars. Because, you know, $1 US is like $500 Canadian. So there you go. Okay. The mood oils. This trio of oils is just a great combo. These 3 are some of our most popular diffusing oils for a reason. Let me tell you why. Let's first, since we're talking about citruses, let's go with Wild Orange. Wild Orange is like, it's everybody's favorite. It smells like oranges. You know the really good oranges when they're in season and you cut into them and they smell really good and they taste delicious? Wild Orange. I use Wild Orange every day, 2 drops in my smoothie. So good. In a chocolate smoothie, delicious. In your water, serves all the stuff I said about clementine goes for Wild Orange too. The difference is Wild Orange is always available. Balance. It smells like a walk in the woods after the rain. It's funny, you know, I always used to think whenever watching videos of people opening oils and sniffing them, I thought, well, that's dumb. You can't experience the oil by watching someone, but you can. You can't experience the oil by watching someone smell it because you can't smell it. But you see, can you see how quickly my demeanor changes? Like, can you really? Seriously? Because like, oh, Balance. I've seen Balance manage a freak out session dead in its tracks, and I've seen it happen more than once with complete skeptics, meaning my dad. I've seen it happen more than once. Don't underestimate Balance. It is powerful. And one time I tried Balance when I was going on stage. I was unprepared and freaking out and backstage, like the whole, like, you know, and when you're in front of people and you're not prepared, people notice. So I was really, really nervous, and I sniffed some balance and I went on stage, and I could care less that I was up there. So it's not good for stage. It makes you too calm. Okay, pro tip, balance and wild orange together, equal parts in the diffuser, is what we call monster juice. So if there's anyone around you who's like behaving less than optimally, you can pop that in the diffuser, put it in your room diffuser, and just kind of put it beside them. I do that sometimes, or I just put it on myself and I go sit by that person. I call that stealth diffusing, works like a charm. The third oil that comes in the combo is Serenity, which is our lavender-based lovely sleep blend. It also works in the daytime if you need some deep calming. It's really great. To me, it smells like lavender with a bit of chocolate in it. I don't know what oil it is that has that chocolatey smell, but it's really good. You can use all three of them together. You can mix and match. Great for sleep. In fact, speaking of mixing and matching, in my diffuser right now, I was curious to see what diffuser blend could I make with the oils that I'm talking about today. This is really good. 3 balance, 2 clementine, and 1 geranium. I thought, oh, the geranium's gonna wreck it. Totally not. It smells really good, and I'm kind of sad I had to turn off because my dog's here. Anyway, that's May's Deals. Thanks for hopping on. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. If you are not yet a wholesale customer, if you're on Instagram, check the link in my bio. There's a link there. If you are finding me some other way, if you're on my website, there's a shop link there. Or just contact me. And it's my job to look after you. It's like my favorite thing in the world. So thanks for hopping on. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Have a great May, my friends.